All right, let's get right into it. We are looking ahead, specifically to 2026, to figure out where this whole AI thing is really headed. We've gone through reports from some of the biggest names out there, Stanford, OpenAI, McKenzie, and we're going to distill it all down to the 6 key trends that are truly going to define the next chapter for artificial intelligence.
But let's kick things off with a question, a big one that might just flip the script on everything you think you know about the AI race. What if the best AI model just doesn't matter anymore? What if we've been asking the wrong question all along?
Because, well, that's pretty much what's happening. By 2026, the rules of the game are totally changing. You see, AI is growing up, it's maturing, and the entire industry is pivoting away from this endless chase for raw, brute force power and turning towards something way more important: how we can actually use it in our day-to-day lives. And that brings us to our very first major trend, what we're calling the Great Commoditization. For the past few years, every time a new model was released, it felt like this epic, heavyweight title fight. But that whole era, it's coming to an end. The performance gap between the top AI models is shrinking, and it's shrinking fast.
So here's the big shift in thinking. We're moving away from that old mindset, the one obsessed with benchmarks and leaderboards, always asking which model is the smartest. We're moving to a much more practical focus on real-world use. The question you need to be asking now is, how does this tool actually fit into my workflow? And this isn't just a hunch. We've got some serious data to back this up. A recent Stanford study confirms it. That performance gap between the top models, it's closing. At the exact same time, the costs are absolutely plummeting. A huge piece of that puzzle is the hardware. I mean, get this. NVIDIA's latest chips are an incredible 105,000 times more energy efficient than they were just a decade ago. That is staggering.
It really is a lot like electricity. Think about it. When something gets this cheap and this good across the board, it just becomes a utility, a commodity. You don't sit around debating who provides the best electricity to your office, right? No, you just plug your stuff in and ask, okay, what can I build with this power? AI is basically becoming that new electricity.
This shift completely changes how these companies compete. The top AI labs aren't just winning on raw power anymore. OpenAI, for example, they have the mind share. ChatGPT is AI for most people. Google has that insane distribution, putting Gemini into everything from Gmail to search. And then you've got Anthropic, who's carving out a really smart niche by specializing in enterprise. Their new competitive advantage is all about reach, integration, and building trust. Okay, so if the models themselves are becoming a commodity, where is the real value now? Well, that leads us straight into our second trend. There is so much hype around these fully autonomous AI agents, but the real tangible value in 2026, it's being unlocked in a much more practical way through AI-powered workflows. Andre Karpathy, who is one of the sharpest minds in the AI space, he really hit the nail on the head. He said that calling everything an agent right now just creates these completely unrealistic expectations. We're looking at the decade of agents, not the year. We're on a 10-year journey to get there, not a 1-year mad dash. And honestly, the data couldn't be clearer. Insights from both McKenzie and OpenAI show that while fewer than 10% of companies are really scaling up true autonomous agents, a full 20% are already using AI in very specific, structured workflows. The market has spoken, and for now, it's choosing reliability over full-blown autonomy.
And the results you can get from these structured workflows are just mind-blowing. Check this out. A pharmaceutical company completely redesigned how they prepare for clinical studies. They used AI to handle the heavy-duty data analysis, while their human experts focused on validation. The result? A 60% reduction in prep time.
And it doesn't stop there. Other case studies are showing a 50% drop in errors, a 50% lower cost per call in customer service, and get this, a 50% cut in the human hours needed for really complex stuff like migrating code. This is where the money is being made right now. So what's the actionable takeaway for you? It's actually really simple, but it's powerful. Your goal for 2026 needs to be this: stop just doing one-off prompts. Start turning your successful AI conversations into repeatable, reliable, structured workflows. That's how you build something that delivers consistent results every single time.
This brings us perfectly to our third trend, and honestly, this one might be the most empowering one of all. AI is systematically closing the gap between the technical folks and the non-technical pros,
And in doing that, it's making your specific human expertise more valuable than it has ever been before. The numbers here are just wild. According to a recent report from OpenAI, a full 75% of enterprise users say that AI is helping them complete tasks they literally could not do before. Let that sink in. This isn't just about doing old tasks faster, it's about unlocking brand new capabilities you never had. And that right there, that is the profound implication for your career. If you're a marketing expert with a brilliant campaign idea or a salesperson who just gets your clients, this is your moment. That technical wall that used to stand between your great idea and your ability to actually build it, it's crumbling, it's disappearing. So here's your mission, should you choose to accept it. Sometime this month, find one technical task that you would normally have to hand off to someone else. Maybe it's building a data dashboard or automating a boring report. Just try to do it yourself with an AI tool. I promise you, you are going to be shocked by the new superpower you just unlocked. All right, on to trend number 4. This one is all about a really fundamental shift in how we work with these tools. We are moving away from the fine art of crafting the perfect prompt and into a whole new skill, the art of providing the AI with the right context. And here's why that's so important. All of these powerful AI models have a massive blind spot, something I call the fact gap. They've read the entire public internet, sure, but they know absolutely nothing about your private world, your project files, your team's Slack channel, your company's secret sauce. They're like a genius new hire who's been locked out of the company's server. And this really exposes the new reality of working with AI. Our focus has to change. We need to stop obsessing over the exact phrasing of how we ask for something and instead master what information we give the AI to work with. The quality of your results now depends way more on the quality of the context you provide. So the takeaway here is pretty much non-negotiable if you want to get ahead. Number 1, boring old file management is suddenly cool again. You absolutely need an organized system so you can point the AI to the right info. And number 2, consolidate your stuff. If your work is scattered across 4 different apps, no single AI is ever going to see the full picture. So as we start to pull all these trends together, from models becoming commodities all the way to context being king, there's really one big idea that ties it all together. And it's this: we are entering a brand new age of experts. Wharton professor Ethan Mollick just captured this idea so perfectly. He said, "We are in a unique window where expertise is being reset." Think about that. Right now, in this messy, exciting, undefined period of time, the very definition of what it means to be an expert is up for grabs. Nobody has all the answers because the ground is shifting under our feet every single day. And that right there is the single biggest opportunity in front of all of us. You don't need to have the perfect 5-year plan. You just need to be willing to learn, to adapt, and to experiment faster than everyone else. So the real question to leave you with is this: in this new era where all the rules are being rewritten, what kind of expert will you choose to become?